Hello! Hi Bonnie, welcome back from Takoyaki. Ugh. Gay. True. You're not wrong. Hello. How are you? I just got done eating dinner. I ate chicken shawarma and rice and vegetable soup. So I'm in a, that very comfortable, post-dinner. I'm so sleepy today, guys, though. I almost said, I'm so sleepy today, gays, because I was looking at chat. I'm so sleepy today, gays. My precious, adorable kittens, decided that I was not allowed to sleep last night, and it definitely feels personal. Because here's the thing, they're pretty chill when human goes to bed. And then when I go to bed, they get really, rambunctious. And they start getting, really rambunctious also early in the morning. And I thought it was because they just wanted breakfast, so I was like, fuck it, I need to make sure I can get the rest of my sleep uninterrupted, so I just gave them breakfast 2 hours early. I was like, you two are the ones who are gonna have to wait almost 12 hours. Or more than 12 hours to get, your evening wet food. They have dry food all day, by the way, so they're not starving. But I do give them wet food twice a day, and I was like, if you want it early, that's fine. But I'm not giving you your evening meal any earlier because of it, so you're just gonna have to go longer without food. I fed them at 6 in the morning, because I woke up at 5:30, used the bathroom, and, that, activated the cats. And even feeding them at 6 didn't help. They literally would not settle down. They would not settle down until I got out of bed. Human had already woken up and gotten up and was trying to, keep them chill in another room, but they were just, not tolerating it. They were doing all sorts of disruptive stuff in the bedroom that, they don't do. That's not, how they entertain themselves. It was, targeted to try to get me get me out of bed. It felt so personal. And so I gave up. I got out of bed at 7. And they calmed right down. I don't know why they would do that. I went to bed at 2 and I woke up at 5:30. So I'm very sleepy today. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna stream for, but I'm gonna stream for a little bit, work on some line art, and chit chat if anybody has anything to talk about. Unfortunately, I don't think I have much to talk about today. Ugh. I'm working on, well, I say working on, you can see this has barely started, but I want to make some art for me and Tomo's visual novel stream series that we're doing, Otoge Club. And right now I just have very rough sketch for the background as well as these two up here. So I'm just gonna work on some line art. I hope your evening is going well, though. I did have to get up and go to work most regrettably this morning, but it wasn't very much work. I was basically in and out of there. Alright, how's this line width looking? Yeah, that's too skinny. That's too skinny. What if I just made the whole thing larger? And then used, let's see. See, I like this width of line. I'm trying to get better at making thinner line art, because that's what all the artists that I follow do, is they have really thin line art. But I think to pull that off, you have to start with kind of a large canvas. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make this larger. Oh! Eep!
Eep.
You're damn right. Hi Tommy! Thank you so much for the resub! I fixed my alerts so that it plays the proper noise when somebody resubs now. Yippee! Oh, I am EP though. I'm doing my best today. Alright. Alright, this isn't going to be the final liner, I think. This is just more going to be like the halfway step between sketching and line art, so I don't need to worry about making it too perfect. Whoa, I have this set to the largest eraser. Don't need that. 933.6 pixel brush for some reason. Let's fix that. Actually, let's just use this one. Nice. Just thought about it, but all your alerts are Sonic, aren't they? They sure are. I know what I'm about. How are you doing this evening? Have you had anything good for dinner? I just finished eating chicken shawarma and rice. I have a thing of tabbouleh next to me, but I did not eat it. Wasn't feeling up to that much like lemon juice. Just at this particular moment. I'm making twice baked potatoes right now. Ooh. I can say I have not had those in a while. It's a good idea. Cheese and bacon? I always have to remember to draw my antenna even thinner than I think I need to be drawing them. They're skinny. They have a little bit of, they're like a little thick right here at the bottom for like the first third of them, but then they're basically sticks. No, hang on. I also have like the biggest glass of water I can carry next to me. It's an easy cooking kind of night. I love that. I bought a lot more stuff to make oyakudon this week, as well as just like good things to put in like my hot pot soup and stuff to make as side dishes. But tonight we just got takeout. I bought one of those home contraptions for Hot Pot, but it kinda sucks. Oh no, that's a shame. I'm sorry to hear that. I've got one and I'm quite fond of it. I think that's what I used for Hot Pot when Bonnie visited. It's electric and it's got got a dial with a couple of different heat settings on it. So you can like turn it up to extra cook everything in the pot or just keep it at like a hot level. And then it's got 2 chambers in it so you can have 2 different types of soup. I don't like any of these bangs. Ooh. Yeah, we're not that far in. And I'm just drawing over like literally my own sketch, but I don't like how this is turning out. I loved it so much I bought the same one. Yeah, it's like okay, here's the thing though, is that like hot pot is kind of a communal meal typically. And oftentimes I just want like a bowl of soup with some like spinach and some tofu in it or a couple dumplings or something, just to like go with whatever else I'm cooking for dinner. So what I've been doing is I bought the hot pot soup base, and instead of making like hot pot for myself where I continuously add more items and like keep it over like heat and stuff, I've just making a bowl of regular soup by adding the hot pot base and then adding a few things that I want to eat with it and then having that with dinner. So it's like I bought a hot pot soup base, which is meant to be used in a particular way, and I'm very much not using it in that way. Right now, I bought tomato flavor hot pot soup base because it was $4.99 at the international market, or they had a sale going where it was also 2 for $4.99. So I was like, do I want one of these for $4.99 or do I want 2 of these for $4.99? This is really hard. You know. Yeah, so I decided to go for 2 for $4.99 because that seemed like a slightly better math. You know, just slightly better. And then I always buy these like giant sacks of dumplings at the international market because you can just get so many for so cheap. I got ones that are pork stuffed with, or like stuffed with pork and cabbage. One hot pot base in Cali is like $8.99. Oh my god. I would cry. No, I mean, it's basically tomato paste too. If it was much more than $5, I think I would just start making my own. I really like the Little Sheep brand powdered soup. Alright, hang on. I'm gonna figure something out. Okay, so in this drawing, I have my hair, what I can, pulled back in a tiny little half pony. Which means that this spot where my ahoge is coming from should basically be the point, and then there'll be like a little dotted line. Oh wait, this is like, okay, hang on. I should probably do this on the sketch layer. Okay. Oh my god, it's a map. Oh my god, it's a possum. Hello. I bought 2 volumes of a manga that are basically mini cookbooks. I should post some of the recipes in the Discord if anyone is interested. Suzume, I am interested. I probably would not follow them exactly unless it's something baking, but I am interested in seeing. I have the Sonic the Hedgehog cookbook, and I still haven't actually tried anything from it. That's a lie. We did try Sonic's recipe of chili, actually. And that was pretty good. but now we have all of these like leftover peppers from it that we gotta use up. But I liked it because I liked the character writing in like included with the recipes. And I like the ideas that the recipes have. They're things that like I know how to make, but maybe they've got like an ingredient or like a twist on them that I wouldn't think about. Like there's a Knuckles recipe that's basically like cinnamon rolls except with peanut butter and jelly instead, and I'm like, I will try that. It's all mainly Japanese foods, but the food looks good. Yeah, no, share. I've been getting more into Japanese cooking lately, so I want to learn. And there's a good chance I'll probably have a lot of the ingredients on hand already. Pat head! Thank you! Thank you for the head pats. I'm so sleepy. They will put me to sleep. Yeah, Japanese cooking has been saving my butt lately. Since I've been in the process of like cleaning up my diet and just trying to be like a generally healthier and like more nutritious person, I can start to feel it when I've eaten like bad foods, like just like too much sugar and too much grease and stuff. If I start doing that for too long, I can feel myself like feeling a little sick from it, which is interesting because that's never like anything that I have ever encountered in my life. I've always just been able to eat whatever and never have like any sort of tummy or digestive problems. But I think it's starting to catch up with me, and I have started to notice when I eat things that I should not be eating for too long. But a lot of Japanese cooking is like low in fat and just has a lot of different like, you know, good food. Obviously there are unhealthy Japanese foods you can eat, right? And there's stuff that can be high in calorie and high in fat. Like no like cuisine is monolithic enough that you can't find something that's not gonna work for you. But for the most part, a lot of the Japanese cooking that I've been learning is like very like veggie heavy and like light protein, you know, fish and chicken and like tofu and stuff heavy. And I've been feeling very happy eating it lately, so that's why I bought more stuff for Oyakodon this week. Eggman's Evil Cookies. Are they chocolate or are they raisin? Okay, so the thing about Eggman's Evil Cookies is that you divide the dough in half, make half of them chocolate chip and half of them oatmeal, and then you put them all together and let people roll a roulette on them. What? What's up? What do you want, huh? Okay, bye. Maple consumes entire tuna whole? What? Those fish are too big. I could not do that. I did buy a can of tuna at the store today. Does that count? I wanted to make more inari sushi. I have one more pack of fried tofu sleeves in my freezer. And I want to put like a spicy tuna salad on them. I'm so late. What's Maple and Gamers? No, I've only been live for like 27 minutes. You have missed nothing, I promise. Wait a minute. What? I can't remember what the plan here was with the hair. Where are the drills? Oh, wait. I think they're pulled back in like a braided hairstyle. So, hang on, let me skip to like a blank space I can draw in, right? Share the spicy tuna salad recipe. I don't think there's a recipe. I take tuna from a can and I put mayo and sriracha on it, and then I put other stuff that I want in it. So the last time I made it, it was green onions and sesame seeds. And then I put in, yeah, spicy mayo and sriracha. So I don't know if that counts as a recipe. And then I put it on top of my inari sushi. Okay, so here is, there we go. What? Alright, so there's maple, right? And here's ear, because this is a question I get asked. That's a large ear. This is a question I get asked. They're like, do you have ears? And I'm like, yes? What the hell? So I do have ears, just for your fucking art references, I guess. What was I doing? Oh yeah, the drills. Okay. So there's the bangs in the front here. And then the bangs on the side, right? And then starting about here, you have the longer bangs that come down on the side of my head. Earless maple. No, lore accurate. No, okay, because that's the thing. Like, other people in PALs don't have human ears, right? Tomo doesn't have human ears because she has the panda ears, right? So there's Tomo. There's her, like, swoopy bangs, right? My cat is still just meowing in the background. Here's her glasses. Okay, this is lore accurate Tomo. Meh. And Tomo doesn't have human ears because she's got ears up here, right? But I have antenna up here. And an antenna is not an ear. It is not the same like organ at all, right? And in fact, since I'm a girl moth, these don't even do that much for me, which is why they're skinny. Because girl moths give off pheromones, and then boy moths use their antenna to detect pheromones. So if you're a boy moth, a lot of species have much larger, bushier antenna up here. But the whole point is that has nothing to do with hearing, so of course I have ears. Just because other members in PALs are also animal VTubers and they don't have ears, doesn't mean I don't have ears. I'm also the only member, until I joined, without fangs. I was doing an art of all of us, and I was like, damn, everybody's got fangs except for me. I got normal teeth too. Well, okay, that's being gratuitous, I think. My teeth are very much not normal, or they wouldn't all be, like, exploding in my mouth and stuff. Oh, gonna go draw maple without a nose because they're on top of her head. Pheromones are different than smelling! It's a different sense. I don't know if there's a correlation for it. Oh, but where I'm going with that is that then this lock of hair right here is what comes down and becomes the drills. Right? So these get curled typically, but if they don't get curled, it's just long hair here, and then the rest of it's really short, right? So we end up with the longer pieces of hair that look like this, and then the rest of it's like short back here. You know, whatever. And then ohoge, you can't forget the ohoge, right? But what that means is I could take this region of hair, and when I don't want to do anything else with it, I can make a braid out of it. And then just direct the braid all the way back up to the top of my head. And then, even though the rest of my hair is pretty short, I can gather like some of it, draw it into a little, and then pop a bow on. And then the rest of it's still just like this because it's too short, it will not fit. So I think when I planned this drawing, that's what I planned to have going on over here. but you just won't see a lot of it. But just know that the little, like, the long locks on the side of the head are still there. Alright. Goodbye. You've heard it here, folks. Maple stinks. Aw, man. Come on. Pheromones aren't stinky. Alright, I am gonna do the eyes on a different layer because I have this problem with drawing. Every single time I draw a face, I come back to it the next day and I see, like, all the things I did wrong with the placement of the face, and I oftentimes just end up completely redrawing it, and it always looks better the second time. So what I have learned from experience is that if I do the face on the same layer as everything else, that makes it a lot harder to come back and edit things. The artist curse. Yeah, and I don't know why it specifically happens with, like the eyes and the mouth specifically. I'll come back and look at them and be like, what was I doing? Like, nothing here is even. It'll look completely fine to me. And then when I come back... So, yeah, like, when you're drawing a head that's turning down like this, a little bit of a tilt to the sideways, the eyes aren't going to be completely mirrored, right? Because if I drew, for example, this eye... I already don't like how this is going, but I'm not gonna keep it, so it's okay, okay? I draw an eye. Alright, there's our eye. I cannot just take that eye, copy paste it, and then mirror it. Because then putting it up here, even if I were to, like, rotate it and try to shrink it or whatever, like, the proportions of it are just not gonna work. So you do have to make them just a little bit smaller and angled differently and stuff, but I think I over-exaggerate how much that needs to happen. And I come back the next day, and I've got, like, I've got, like, one eye that's, like, really big, and then I've got the other eye that just looks like that. And I'll come back and I'll be like, those are so differently sized. How did I think this looked appropriate? Half the time I'll look at art after I finish and be like, why did I put that eye there? It's so wrong! I know. And then if you don't have it saved on a different layer, it's really hard to go back and fix it. Because then it gets in the way of, like, all the other hairs and all the other details and stuff. Alright. I'm working in traditional art? Oh no. RIP. I'm not that powerful. Good job, Saribot. No one even saw that but me. Drop the hot pot recipe in food. Let's take a look-see. Ooh, hot pot and rice porridge. Okay, let's see. Water, soy sauce, mirin, sake, salt. I love that because, like, so much of Japanese cooking, it's just like, yeah, we made a sauce out of mirin, soy sauce, and sake, and we're just gonna use those ingredients in, like, different proportions for, like, a bunch of different stuff. My simmered kabocha recipe uses the same thing. And then for the hot pot, fish. Oh, mushrooms. I'm not a mushroom girly. I'll put other things in it. Rice porridge sounds really comforting, though. Sorry, while this stream is happening, I'm also making secret plans for future. And by secret plans, I mean we're going to do a parsec test tomorrow of a 3-person Kirby Air Ride. So it won't be on the schedule for this week, but hopefully if the test works well, it'll be on the schedule for next week, and then you can see me, Rosemary, and I playing Kirby Air Ride all together. Alright, gotta have eyes pointing down a little bit. So, normally, I think this kind of scene, you would be having a book, and then having the two of us, like, looking at what's in the book. But since this is for a visual novel series, it makes sense to have something that's, like, a handheld computer device, so we can play, we can read. Okay, so yeah, basically, what is wrong with this pupil? Whatever. I'll come back and fix it when I see what's wrong with it tomorrow. I know this isn't right. It's like too narrow on the top, but I don't know how to fix it, so I'm gonna do my strategy of coming back to this tomorrow, and then I will see what's wrong with it, and I'll fix it then. But yeah, so Tomo's gonna be holding an, like, a tablet computer instead of a book. Which is a little disappointing because if it was a book, you could draw, like, the cover and have it be, like, a Yuri novel or something. But since it's a VN, it has to be something we can read like a computer. Okay. Hang on. Maple's eyes always look so weird before you put in the color. Human Maple can't hurt you, she's not real. There. This is a lot less jarring for me, personally. Maple with ears is real. I've got them. They're right here. Oh yeah, and I think, what did me and Tomo decide? Because Tomo's having fun. I gotta go back into our messages really quick. We were talking about how I would have an expression that's just kind of like, ugh, what the fuck? And she's gonna be excited about it. Hello? Google Chrome? God? Hello? Why did you do that? Why did you just open 3 YouTube tabs? I had you completely shut down. Let's see, let's see. Hey, 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 hey. How far back was this conversation? The problem is that our DMs, we just yap all day. What if I think I can find it if I search for keywords. Okay. Okay, so what Tomo said is that her expression is gonna say teehee, and my expression is gonna say Tomo. What the fuck? Alright, so I think I just need like some silly eyebrows for this one, honestly. I don't know. It's good though. Like that. Yeah, I think that's good. This was my face the whole time we were playing the Colonel Sanders dating sim. Okay. I want to draw Tomo's expression too. It's fun. Oh, gotta stretch. I think this angle of face, I need to just tilt my camera. I need to tilt my like preview for, because I have the most trouble with it. This is definitely the face that I'm gonna come back to tomorrow and be like, what the fuck was I thinking? Alright, maybe I'll just draw a little more guides here to make it easier. Okay. Alright, that's a good start. So then you can see where the nose is gonna be. We'll have bottom of the eye about here. No, maybe a little lower. Bottom of the eye about here. Top of the eye about here. And alright, maybe that'll help. I need to eventually start my art of the month, but I'm lazy. Oh my gosh. Suzumi's over here doing a whole art every month though. I always see people post like, I try to get one done every season. I got my art of the season. I always see people doing like a wrap up at the end of the year where they post their favorite thing that they did every month. And I'm just like, have I done art every month? It's already April. What did I even draw? Hang on. What did I draw last month? Hang on, into my files I go. Oh, wait a minute. Can't show that on stream. I did draw a picture of Maple last month. Never mind. But it is not suitable for stream. Nice. What before that? It's that one. It's that one. Sort by date. What? Okay. Yeah, and then unfortunately, but before that is, this fucking thing. So that was Christmas, at least. Let me check some of my other folders. Because I've got a couple different things depending on what I'm drawing, where it goes. So if I go into my Stuff for Friends folder and I sort by newest. Thank you for the posture check. I have fixed that. Oh, wait, I did that in January, right? Because that was Tomo's birthday. Yeah, Tomo's birthday's in January, so this was my January art. I don't think I had a February art. And then my March art would get me banned from Twitch. Yippee! But you could find it on Blue Sky by searching the hashtag Maplelude. Maplelude. I like the hashtag. It makes sense. Apparently with not safe for work art tags, you don't actually want to have the phrase NSFW anywhere in them. So if you're making like a, you know, unsay so art tag for yourself as a streamer, don't put NSFW in it because Twitter bots will start to pick up on it and they will post completely unrelated not safe for work things under that art tag. And some of those things are illegal. Oops. I found this out. Because Crimson Ruse made an NSFW tag. Not from the perspective of like, hey everybody, please draw sexy naked pictures of me, but because it was already happening and it wasn't being tagged. So sometimes they were just popping up on the For You page and flashbanging everybody. And he was like, hey, I think it would be best for organization to put all of these like, you know, provocative arts under certain tags so that people who want to see those things can search for it, and people who don't want to see those things, aka Crimson Ruse's Schweener on their timeline, can filter out the tag. So he said it was NSFWUZE, like not safe for woos. Not the Shmeat, yeah. Well, and then I had the moment I was like, why didn't it show up on my timeline? Do I not interact with enough Crimson Ruse content? I had to go looking for it, and I was like, whoa! There it is! And I was like, yeah, I can, in retrospect, I could see why that would warrant a not safe for work tag. But yeah, because it was hashtag NSFW and then ooze, like not safe for woos, it had NSFW in it, and bots immediately started posting like real porn there, including stuff that was like very, very not okay, like weird roleplay and stuff. So they brought it to his attention, and then I think it's Ruse 34 now. So you want to include something that has like a reference to something lewd, but isn't just the hashtag NSFW, because otherwise bots will just take it over. I love how I'd come into Maple talking about the cock jump scare. Well, it was relevant, I promise. There was a chain of thought that led to it. I didn't just start talking about pee-pee. Okay, well Tomo's expression is going to be excited about what we are doing. So I think I want to put like little like stars in her pupils and like big happy brows. Yippee! This is Tomo when she sees her pigeons. This is Tomo when she looks at a bird. Yippee! I've been saying that lately so much that it's been irritating myself. But I can't stop the yippee, like, vocal stem. Something's wrong with me. There we go, we'll do this. Oh, it's cute! Yippee! You know what, that's very fair. That's me when I see birds too. Alright, now what does this look like when it is not rotated? Oh. Dog, what? How is it okay at this angle and not okay at this angle? What witchcraft is this? I hate this so much. I did so bad. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it and I will come back and fix it because I don't know what's wrong with it, but I just know it's not right. Actually, hang on. The face may be okay. Hang on. This may be salvageable. I think the issue... Hang on. I think the issue is this plus the face, the outline of the face. Okay, so if I leave this like this, and then I draw, because I think the issue is that if I draw, if I leave it here, and I draw the face looking like this, the shape of the face is wrong for the shape of the cheeks, right? Like that's not right. So I think if I move these things closer to the middle. Oh, what am I doing? What do we Alright, I want to put this right here. Oh, no, I can't move it too far over because then the eyes are not going to be right. Okay, panic. Panic. I'm gonna do that. Bring it in just a little bit. Tilt it a little more. And then make sure I draw some cheeks that match this angle, and maybe we'll be okay. But I can't do it the way I sketched it. And I am gonna have to fix the mouth now, but that's okay. And in fact, I might also need to move this down. Wait, did we fix it? Yeah. Wait. Let's get rid of this. Yeah! Wait a minute, that works. That's really cute. I'm gonna just, as much as I can. Oh, whoa, boop, boop, boop. I think I need to redraw the positions of the pupils, but that should be okay. Oh, you know what? It's still not great. It's still not great. Let me tell you why it's not great. Because the center line going down the face, that kind of like, it's supposed to be like right between everything, does this, and then has to go down here for the chin. So this would imply in a 3D environment that the bottom of the mouth is sticking out way further than it needs to be. So I just need to redo this just a little bit. I feel like this is a problem that I do a lot when I'm drawing faces. I really have difficulty with this angle. But I don't want to make the chin too pointy. That's the other problem. And also now she's just looking like her gaze is going off like this. It needs to be going down like this. So maybe I'll just try to fix the pupils a little bit, and then when I come back to this, I'm sure it will be easier to salvage. I'm always better at drawing expressions on day 2. Okay, that's doable for now. Let me get these fucking arrows out of here. Hydrate. Okay, good call. I'm halfway done with my big ass glass of water already. Alright, let me do... Wait, this looks so silly. It actually looks so silly. I'm getting rid of these too. I'll redraw them in the correct position. This is actually terrifying now. We're getting like less yippee and more like yandere. Alright, so I need to do this. Alright, still a little scary. I think I'm going to make the eyebrows a little less, I think we can draw Tomo having a good time without making Tomo look really, really scary. And, we need to do this too, because I have noticed that, anime eyes look a lot less crazy once you put some little, like, light shinies in them. There we go. I feel like this is still going to need a lot of tweaking when I come back to it, but it's not scaring the hell out of me anymore. There we go. I'm gonna bring the rest of the sketch back. Oh, you know the other reason it's scaring me is it doesn't look like Tomo. Because we don't have the glasses! Who is this without the glasses? Okay. Gotta do some hair. I don't even need a reference to draw Tomo anymore. I think out of everybody in the pals, I've drawn her the most. Of course, I gave her a different outfit or a different hairstyle than like her, either her V2 or her V3 models. Because I kind of gave myself like an alternate outfit too since we're in school uniforms, so I think the twin tail braid still works here. That's me with like 2 or 3 friends. Yeah. Okay, hang on. Let me go into my art folder. I'm going to show you how many times I've drawn Tomo in here. I'm going to pull up all of my Tomos. And this is just the ones that I have on digital and not like the sketches that I've done. I sketch Tomo a lot. Okay. Ready. Here's Tomo 1. I can't. This happened when Tomo was playing Undertale, and this was a real situation that occurred in chat. Tomo wanted to stay up late playing, and Pom was trying to convince her to be responsible, and I was trying to convince her the exact opposite. You can stream as long as you like, as long as you're having fun. It's true. It's so true. Okay, so there's Tomo 1. We've got Flat Fuck Tomo. I love this. I love this little gremlin. I love how flat she is. I did these of Pom and Tomo one time because I was stressed out about real drawing, so I just did that. You can tell how old this is because it's got Tomo's, like, initial outfit with the maid dress. This isn't even Ninja Tomo. Let's see. There is, of course, Tomo's newest chibi. And also I did a chibi for Tomo's previous outfit too, but I'm not as happy with this one. This was really not one of my best chibis. I think something about the proportions of this one really bothers me. I think the outfit came out really good, but I think I just chose like a weird pose to begin with, and it didn't work well with my chibi style. I've got a crayon drawing for Tomo in here. So there's Tomo crayon. I love doing the crayon ones because they're really easy to do. But they have such like a silly character to them. Oh god, I forgot about this one. Tomo Kabedon. She looks cool, but she is not pulling this off inside. She is shaking. I've got Tomo Christmas. This one's a little tiny bit spicy, but not really that spicy. Fun fact, I Kabedon Possum last year. Aw, dang. I don't think I've ever Kabedoned anyone. If I did it to Tomo during our off collab, she would have exploded. But I like Santa dress, and red looks good on Tomo, so that's how this one came about. I don't remember why I drew this, but I do have a Tomo blob. I should make more blobs. She looks like a little apple. Hey Sly, what's up? How's Sly today? I'm going over my several Tomo fan arts. I've got this one, which is titled Tomo Pretty. And this is one of those drawings that I did that I liked a lot less the more I colored it in. I think the sketch of this was really good, and then the more I worked on it, the less I liked it. I'm trying to learn how to do like a fast, loose, sketchy style, and that was my goal for this. But I really got bogged up in like the details and making sure that like my lines were all good, but not good enough to like really count. So it's kind of got this like, you can tell I was fussing about the lines and the shading and everything, but trying my hardest to look like I wasn't fussing, which I think is the worst combination. Like either you go full fussy or you actually don't give a fuck. But trying not to look like you're fussing about your art while also obviously fussing super hard about it is just not a good look. Real. Yeah, you get it. But I had fun doing the hair stuff for this. What is this again? The kanzashi? Hang on, that doesn't sound right. Kanzashi? Was I right? I was! Yeah, okay. I have one more Tomo to show you. I think. Unless I've got stuff in other folders. But I like this one a whole lot. Because this is it's the Tomo showing how long her tail is and also showing that she can use it as a body pillow when she sleeps. I think if you have an extremely long fluffy tail, you have to sleep like this. It would be the ultimate comfort. This is misleading. The title implies there is an ugly Tomo, and that's not real. You're right. You're so valid. Alright, let's see if I've got more Tomos hiding anywhere. I have 0 Tomos in my commissions folder. Tomo card? Oh, right, we made that for her for one of her anniversaries. That's right. Okay, what about under pal stuff? Tomo lore? No, that's the stuff she gave me for working on her video. No, I think that's all I've got, actually. We do have the Tomo-themed drink, though. This kind of counts as fan art in a way. Because when I made the summer drinks for everybody in Pals, I designed like a drink after every person, and so Tomo's got the matcha lemonade. Matcha to be green, like her theme color, and also to have a little bit of like Japanese influence in it because of her like ninja red panda theme. But also lemonade because Tomo likes citrus stuff, particularly lemonade. But I think they like all citrus fruits. And then the straw here is modeled after her hair bow, which I think is a really cute detail. Did I show you all the summer drinks in detail? Wait, where's Eyes? I know I put it somewhere. Is it under assets? Yeah, there we are. Yippee! So here's the full lineup. Over here, because I asked everybody a couple years ago, like, if you were a drink, what drink would you be? So we have, I think this is like pomegranate hibiscus tea. We have an orange creamsicle shake, which, and this is for Plea. I put various colors of his outfit, as well as like whipped cream and like frosted sugar on top. We went over the matcha lemonade for Tomo. Maple's signature drink is peach juice with a little umbrella on top. Also, I just let it be known. Okay, hang on. I'll get to that. I'll get to that. And then Masa's signature tea is taro boba. And then Isilvari's signature tea is like sparkling rose. It's rose soda with strawberry syrup, rose petals, and a strawberry on top. Okay, I just wanted to be known that like a few of these things are stuff I downloaded as far as like brushes and stuff. So all the ice in the drinks is stuff that I downloaded. That's a brush. That's a brush. This is a brush. I think the pomegranate seeds are a brush, and the hibiscus flower is a brush. Everything else I made, and I'm so fucking proud of that, okay? I made the straw here that looks like a straw. Okay, because like I can't draw a lot of stuff that isn't cute anime girls, so this was like a serious art challenge for me. I made all the glasses, and I put all the light and dark shading in them to try to make them look like glasses. And I've seen better drink assets, so I'm not saying this is perfect, but I worked my ass off trying to make these look like actual, like, stylized glassware. And I drew this mint leaf here. I drew the lemon slice. I drew the peach wedge. And I drew the straw. I drew the umbrella. I drew the little logo here and all the little boba and shaded them. And I think the rose petals here are a brush. I didn't draw that. And like the little fizzy bubbles in here are a brush, but I did draw this strawberry here. So a lot of stuff that I could get away with using a brush for, I did. But like all the fruit wedges and all the straws and all the details up here, other than the pomegranate seeds and the flower, are things that I did by hand. And I was so proud of myself for that. Look at the peach. It looks like a peach. What the heck? I worked so hard on those. Alright, I have to close everything. That's a lot of Tomos. Point being, I like drawing Tomo. I should draw blobs for everybody else in Pals, though. I mean, I kind of already have... Like, me and I as blobs. Let me pull that up. And I'm gonna have to draw another cute pink blob soon, pretty soon to add to this. Where'd it go? There we go. There we go. I already technically have somewhat of a maple blob and an eye blob here. Very, very soon I'm going to have to draw a rosemary blob too. Hehehehe. Man, remember when I used to make thumbnails? My thumbnail game was so ass. But sometimes I would do a doodle just for a thumbnail, and that was pretty fun. Like I did this, and I think that's a cute maple. The pixel maple one's for funny. Every single Sonic game I would put pixel maple in, and I always put her on the tip of Sonic's finger. I would do this little, like, action lines pointing to her. So every single one of my Sonic thumbnails looks like this with Pixel Maple. But sometimes I would draw, like, a whole ass drawing for a thumbnail in, like, a day. I think my favorite one of those... Where did it go? Bring back Pixel Maple? That was the first thing I streamed with. I didn't stream with any sort of model. I just streamed with like a GIF of Pixel Maple. Oh wait, I do have another Tomo. Aha! Secret bonus Tomo. I think this is my favorite thing I've ever drawn for a thumbnail. I did a version of this. I removed the bomb manual. I removed the bomb and the word manual from the front, and I just posted, like, Maple on her own, and I was like, guys, what is she reading? Like, when I say I want to get good at, like, dumb sketches, this is closer to the, this is closer to what I mean by that. I feel like the more I try to clean up a sketch, the less good it gets. I could just recycle this for all of my thumbnails. Hang on, this was good. I had this. And I had this. The thinking maple is pretty powerful. I have to have drawn at least one other maple. Oh yeah, I drew maple in a box, and I still really like this drawing. I drew that one for the unpacking stream. What was she plotting? She thinking? Hang on. Because that was a specific, I actually made the thinking art. Sorry, my brain's working really slowly, so like my sentences are coming out kind of slow. But I made the thinking art for I gotta find it. It's on Twitter still. What? Oh, the umbrella! Oh, the umbrella! That was shocking. Think. Gotcha. It was a GIF, and you could pause it at a certain point. Ah! Why is it just pulling up regular posts? There we go. There we go. Oh. Have you ever done a Darkstar run of unpacking where you place everything not where it's supposed to go? No, I only played it once, and I think I played it pretty, like, straightforward. Does that change anything about it? Because I know with certain things you have to put the item in the right spot before it will let you, like, progress it. Okay, just a second. There we go. It took me, like, 17 years to find this link, but... This tweet was actually why I made that, like, thinking image. I just put a bunch of stuff in there, and I was like, haha, pause it. Find out what is Maple thinking about. Like, pause this game. You get different flavor text in the album. Also, you get to hang up your diploma? Wait, so is there a place that you could actually hang up the diploma? Or does the place only appear if you play it differently, like previously leading up to it? Because, yeah, I think that was really effective storytelling. I think what I really liked about that game is that you got a surprising amount of detail without ever having like a single cutscene or like word spoken, just based on like what was there. And okay, so hanging the diploma is wrong. You get to hang it in the bathroom in a Dark Star run. Okay, so there is room in the bathroom for it. And if you put it there, it changes like the text in the album. Because I think that was the first moment in the game where I was just kind of like, oh, okay. I guess there's no room for my achievements here. But it was impactful. And I don't know, like, it didn't resonate personally for me because I've never experienced that. But maybe somebody out there who's in, you know, the same situation, who's like, yeah, I'll just make myself smaller to accommodate for my partner so that I don't, like, get in their way. Maybe they, like, play that game and they're like, oh, this feels bad. And then maybe they think about how it applies to themselves and they're like, maybe I shouldn't do that. A single wall is free to hang something and it's the bathroom above the toilet. That's the last place you want to put your diploma. Oh, that's so sad. What the fuck? Huh, so it's actually an achievement to do it that way. Okay, I'm getting pretty tired. I'm gonna do a little more sketching though. Alright, yeah, oh my gosh. I am gonna have to come back and fix Tomo's face. I've already spent like 20 minutes away from this drawing. And as soon as I came back, I'm like, that ain't right. All of that ain't right. Yeah, they got a baby at the end too. I was so distracted by the time I got to that end of the game that I didn't even notice like all the baby stuff for a minute, and then I had to come back to it and be like, holy shit, there's a kid! They've got a babby now. Good for them. Couldn't be me, but good for them. Put all the spoons and the forks in the bed just because. It's a good game though. I played that when I moved into this current place actually. Because I was unpacking and I figured it was like a cute sort of like, hee hee, get it? Because I just moved. I'm done drawing hair, actually. I just decided I'm gonna start a new layer for like clothing stuff, but I think I just feel like trying to knock out some of the outfit details. I remember the kitchens were the most frustrating to unpack for me because it felt like trying to actually find stuff for my like actual kitchen. My IRL kitchen space is at a premium. I have enough room to do basically what I need to, but I really wish I had like another counter just for like storing stuff. Like while I'm cooking it, you've got all like your bowls of ingredients, or like, you know, the sauces and the stuff you have to pull out of the, you know, whatever. And I don't have a good space for that because basically my available counter space, you know what, maybe I want to change this up a little bit. My, like, one available counter space for working is mostly a cutting board and a spice rack. So there's not a lot of room to set stuff that I'm like halfway through using but can't like do anything with yet. Dorito? Oh yeah. Did Twitch put out more hype train emotes? I feel like I got a notification about that the other day. I got that email too. I think they did. I think my favorite hype train email is that stupid spider. That dumbass hyper-realistic spider. Ew. Sorry. I like it because everybody sees it and they're like, what the fuck? Get that off my screen. These are some of my faves because they cute. 2020 rivalry. Hello there. Cheers to that. Pride wing right and hype fail. Yeah, what else do I use a whole lot? It's funny because under my frequently used are emotes that I have never in my life used before. My most frequently used one is this one, obviously. And then there's like the Dorito. Where'd my Dorito go? What the heck? Hello? Oh my god. Wait, this could be tragic. No, okay. Those are like, everybody has those. Okay. I got scared for a minute. Okay, but then, like, under my most frequently used ones, there's just like 3 dudes nutting. And I'm like, I've never used any of these in my life. What the fuck is this? I'm never gonna use this. Well, now I have, and now it's never leaving my frequently used ones, I guess. Okay, but they're the default guys. Why are they in my most frequently used emojis? Because that's very much not the case. I like this one. I like the cat. I like the cats. Plural. I haven't used enough emojis to kick them out of the list yet. Alright, well I can fix that. I'm about to be so annoying in your chats. I also have pride emotes from years ago from an event. Ooh. I don't think I have any event emotes. I just have a bunch of hype train ones. want to make sure I'm at least trying not to draw the bows like completely different. That's good enough. Okay, can I be real with you though? I'm so tired. I know this was a tiny stream and I didn't really accomplish much, but I think I need to rest. I need to rest my brain. I just do not have stream energy in me tonight. I thought I would be okay, but I am way too sleep deprived, so I think I'm actually just going to quit streaming. Gotta make sure I save my work. Thank you for hanging out with me while I yap anyway. It was fun. Good job drawing, Maple. I don't think I did much, but okay, here's one thing I am really proud of from this stream. Ooh. I like this expression. This is a pretty good expression. This is how I felt the whole time playing the KFC dating sim. And also Hatoful Boyfriend. I think I want to make sure Tomo downloads the VOD. And then I want to clip every instance of me trying to be like... trying to be like a Discord mod fuckboy. And like calling her kitten and stuff. And then she just like, shut the fuck up. Tomo was like, I hate you so much right now. And I want to make just a short compilation of that, because once I realized that it was like working, I was like, oh, now I have to keep doing this. Like every opportunity. Alright, well, I'll put out a schedule tonight or tomorrow for the upcoming week. And I am going to go... what am I gonna do now? I think I might play Repo tonight. Because I'm not gonna have to think very hard for that. And I'm gonna get a lot of sleep tonight. And yeah, I think that's all I got to talk about right now. Thank you guys for spending time with me. Have a great rest of your nights. Take good care of yourselves. And I'll see you next week. Yeah. Oyasuma. Bye bye. Oh, wrong mute. There we go. Alright, take care of yourselves, friends, okay? I'll see you in a few days.